my shot called Trout. What I'm going to do is kind of just panace it on the fire. I'm going to keep it in its skin, as it were. Now I'm just going to spear it and then put it over the fire. The reason why I like doing it this way is that normally as well what happens is when you do the trout and you know it's cooked, the skin will freely peel away from the flesh. So that's the method I'm going to use. What I've got here as well is a couple of little skewers. Now what I've noticed in the past when I've done it, sometimes I've put the skewers in too low, and then when you come to turn the trout over, because it's down here, what starts to happen is it will tear away because of the weight of the trout. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the splits in it a bit higher, and then what we're going to do is then put the skewer in through there and run it through. So I'm going to put one, pierce the skin one here, and drive the knife through it, and I'm going to put another one in here, all the way through the other side. Then I'm going to put these sticks in, like so. Feed another one in there. Alright, so we've got it like that. And then what I'm going to do now is I've got a length of hazel, and what I've done is I've taken a length of the bark off. And then what I'm going to do now is just feed the trout, feed the spear through, and keep that, keeping the spear behind the pegs, as it were, and then just run it all the way down to something like that. Yeah. And what I'm going to do now is just place it on the fire like so. Just going to feed that up there like that. Move this camera over here like that because now I'm just going to put an anchor in the ground just to hold it in place. If I get my axe. There's a bit of flameage there at the moment. Oh, turn it round, old Steven Spielberg, and so there we go. So I've put the wooden skewers in there, run the stick all the way through the body of the trout. Okay, obviously it was fleshed out from here as well, so I didn't have to bother about that. So I've used quite a long length of hazel, stick in the ground, and then I'll leave that for a little while, obviously to heat up, and then I'll turn it round. Same here. Right. So there you go. So I've basically just made a fork with a V in it. Got a little anchor there pegged into the ground, and then the hazel just runs off. And I've put that quite high there at the moment because it's obviously kicking out a bit of flameage. What I will do is every now and again I'll turn that and then allow the heat to cook the flesh underneath. It almost boils it, and then once it's cooked you'll know, because the skin will come away from the flesh, and it kind of means that it's cooked, and also the eyes will start to whiten as well. I've got my shot called Trout. What I'm going to do is kind of just panace it on the fire. I'm going to keep it in its skin, as it were. I'm just going to spear it and then put it over the fire. The reason why I like doing it this way is that normally as well what happens is when you do the trout and you know it's cooked, the skin will freely peel away from the flesh. So that's the method I'm going to use. What I've got here as well is a couple of little skewers. Now what I've noticed in the past when I've done it, sometimes I've put the skewers in too low, and then when you come to turn the trout over, because it's down here, what starts to happen is it will tear away because of the weight of the trout. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the splits in it a bit higher, and then what we're going to do is then put the skewer in through there and run it through. So I'm going to put one, pierce the skin one here, drive the knife through, and I'm going to put another one in here, all the way through the other side. Then I'm going to put these sticks in, like so. Feed another one in there. Alright, so we've got it like that. And then what I'm going to do now is I've got a length of hazel, and what I've done is I've taken a length of the bark off. And then what I'm going to do now is just feed the trout, feed the spear through, and keeping the spear behind the pegs, as it were, and then just run it all the way down to something like that. Yeah. And what I'm going to do now is just place it on the fire like so. Now I'm just going to put an anchor in the ground just to hold it in place before I get the axe. So there you go. So I've basically just made a fork with a V in it, got a little anchor there pegged into the ground, and then the hazel just runs off. And I've put that quite high there at the moment because it's obviously kicking out a bit of flameage. What I will do is every now and again I'll turn that and then allow the heat to cook the flesh underneath. It almost boils it, and then once it's cooked, you'll know, because the skin will come away from the flesh, and it kind of means that it's cooked. And also the eyes will start to whiten as well. So as you can see there, the fish looks pretty cooked. The skin's coming off there, it's bubbling away, and that's pretty a good indicator that the fish will be cooked, as if you can peel away the skin and it leaves the flesh behind. If you indicate the eyes as well, they start to go white. It's a nice colour, that, so that'll be coming off the fire and be yummed on in a minute. Well, there's the trout, it's cooking lovely, and there's an indication now. If you can peel the skin off, then you pretty much know that the flesh will be cooked, which it is. So I'll leave that for a couple more minutes. Right, here we go folks, take it off the fire now then. As you can see there, like, pretty good indicator there. If you can peel the skin off, then it's pretty much job's good. And just take them out. Lovely jubbly. Nice. isn't it? Oh, it's off, mate. There you go, folks. Oh. Yeah, totally light.
There we go.
Here we go, mate. Nice, isn't it? No washing up either.
Oh, right, come to a turn. Spot on.
Spot on.
Restaurant quarterly.
Hello folks, I hope you like that video for the trout. I'm mucking around at the moment with both my GoPro and I've been given my daughter's old iPad. So I'm mucking around with some of the software on there and also some of the software on the GoPro. So obviously if you get to the end of the video, and obviously you see this spiel as well, this was taken separately. So there might be a little bit of process in me preparing the trout that you'll see being repeated, but I've kind of tried to catch it from a couple of angles. So that's basically where I am with it at the moment. So I hope you like that video. Again, comments and suggestions always appreciated by moi. If you like it, then obviously hit the thumbs up button. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button. And comments and suggested always appreciated. So I'm going to be sort of mixing around with me videos and just seeing if I can make them just a little bit better, because I want to try and reach that 1,000 mark with my subscribers, which for me right now is a real uphill struggle. So I'm going to try and put in a little bit more effort, I suppose, to try and produce something that people might want to watch a bit more, and also to see the entertaining I don't know, the entertaining whatever of me coming out, my personality of an entertainer, as an actor, you know, because I just think I've got it inside me, you know. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate your comments, especially on the way I'm sort of mucking around this video and the bow drill one that I did at the week that I did on the Friday. It was actually raining. It actually started raining when I did that bow drill. Not that much, but it was raining enough. So you know what I mean. I still got it going. It was a set of and it was a bit of kit that I brought in with me. So you know, I didn't make it naturally straight from the woods. It was like a set of the bow drill and the hearth and everything else was everything that I carried in with me. Alright, anyway, so thanks for watching, folks. Please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the flip side. Laters.